Once again, we have this technology that nobody debates and nobody says will not rule the future. Everybody is looking at cryptocurrencies as the direction of the future, digital currencies as the future.
Way of looking at it. I think the real issue that we have here is it's a very profound change that we're going through, and it's a great time to be in payments because there's never been a time before in our industry where we've moved from analog payments, because that's what everything has been before, to digital payments. And
90% of the industry needs to just blow up and go away, or 99% of the industry needs to just blow up and go away.
To solve an end-to-end business problem without, and this is the important point, without them all having to be deployed on the same network with the same rules.
All of this, and we are not talking about something arriving in 2028, it's 2023, 2024 at the latest. So
yeah, it's all the money.
We're working to get rid of Gary Gensler. I gave a hearing where I was able to communicate with him and say, look, I plan to fire you.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub, David in the building. Appreciate you stopping by. Stuffing some bags. Go ahead. Throw on those moon suits. Throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up. Because the future's extra bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We're at the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.21 trillion, up about 0.2% in the past 24. We had XRP in that number 5 spot, right around 67 cents, down 1.7 in the past 24. Stellar XLM 14 cents. We got BTC 29K, ETH right around 19 hundo. We got a tweet from Ripple to kick things off. Says, do you know that Ripple's payment solutions offer global treasury teams optimized liquidity for cross-border payments? Discover how crypto solutions for business offer speed, saving, and flexibility, making it easier for organizations to grow and scale, all running on the RippleNet using XRP. We got one from Ripple X Dev. Know someone who's interested in learning the fundamentals of the XRP ledger? Head over to the XRP Ledger Learning Portal for information on public keys, private keys, and digital wallets. We got Emi Yoshikawa says, super excited for all the possibilities that the XRPL EVM sidechain will unlock. XRP. We got Darren Moore. Remember that Ripple won the Hong Kong CBDC use case with Loan Snap? There's much more that meets the eye.
And I just kind of wanted soldiers and also the Palau people, and it does bring a lot of benefits. I'm wondering if this is kind of like a test bed for a digital dollar. How would that look like? What's your opinion about that?
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong at all. I would say it's more than just a test bed, though, right? If you consider the U.S. and what the U.S. has to lose. So the United States is the undisputed economic superpower of the planet. Nobody argues that. Nobody argues that today in 2023. Everybody argues whether or not they're going to retain that financial power in 2030, 2035, right? The backbone of the American GDP is in financial services. In excess of $2 trillion a year, our import-export productive revenue that comes to and through the United States, which is about 8% of all GDP of the United States, comes just from financial services. Financial services don't manufacture anything. They don't cost any kind of, raw material, natural resource. They barely even have labor costs, right? We're just talking about innovations and technology that we create and we control that handle the transactions of the world. The UK has modeled itself off of the United States and become essentially the financial services capital of Europe. So our success, basically making money off of the handling of money, is what has made us a superpower, and it's what has made the UK a leading institution, a small country with a very large GDP. When you look at China, what is China trying to do? In Asia, the exact same thing. Predominantly, the center of financial power has been Hong Kong. Well, guess what China ingested in 2019? Hong Kong, right? So you can see China is trying to follow suit and replicate the same model that it saw in the UK and the US. So now that we're on the verge of a new kind of currency, cryptocurrency, once again, we have this technology that nobody debates and nobody says will not rule the future. Everybody is looking at cryptocurrencies as the direction of the future, digital currencies as the future. The question is just, how will they be implemented? How will they be used? How will they be valued? Now, the US can't afford to just reject it outright.
Link down below for the full interview. Bay Moore, Darren Moore on YouTube. We got Chad Steinberger, Finestra. No other time in history that payments went from analog to digital right before us. It is no different than music went from record players directly to digital streaming from the cloud. Radical shift, XRP. Finestra shift to instant payments means shifts from the analog to the digital age.
Way of looking at it. I think the real issue that we have here is it's a very profound change that we're going through. And it's a great time to be in payments because there's never been a time before in our industry where we've moved from analog payments, because that's what everything has been before, to digital payments. And instant payments around the world are pretty much all now being deployed as digital instant payments. And that makes a huge, huge difference. And I think, therefore, that paradigm is probably the most important thing. We talk about instant payments, but actually, if you juxtapose the two, we're really talking about the move from analog, as I say, to digital. And that is the most profound piece.
XRP, the XRP ledger, built for payments. Crypto Eddie says most wouldn't agree Kane Long is an excellent critical thinker. Expect more failures. Will BlackRock get over its skis with BTC ETF?
Most of us in the industry acknowledge that we know there are others coming. The wave of the failures of the service providers in this industry is not over yet in the United States. So not all of what the United States government did was undeserved. A big, huge chunk of it was. And I was just having a debate with somebody, very early Bitcoiner recently, on whether 90% of the industry needs to just blow up and go away, or 99% of the industry needs to just blow up and go away. I've been on the record for years. In fact, started writing about this back in 2018, that the ETF is a double-edged sword for Bitcoin. Why? It certainly brings in more liquidity. But on the flip side, the Wall Street leverage games are going to be a lot easier to play. And now we come back to what I just described, where it was startups that were blowing themselves up on leverage games. And unfortunately, now we're actually going to see the very companies that I would argue should not be playing these leverage games with an asset of finite quantity, because there will never be a lender of last resort. And because of what I described with so few Bitcoin actually changing hands, there won't ever be a clearinghouse of meaningful size as well. So what does that mean? It means that no institution had better get more than one-to-one leveraged ever. The moment they become more than one-to-one leveraged, then it's just a matter of time before the market sniffs that out and the institution fails in the so-called run on the bank. No one's ever making more Bitcoin. So unfortunately, I think the US still doesn't have it right, that it doesn't quite understand it's dealing with a very different animal. And to use Trace Mayer's point, he called Bitcoin the apex predator of finance. Trace Mayer is one of the original Bitcoiners who started buying Bitcoin at 25 cents. And I think he's right that you don't mess around. You don't play leverage-based financialization games with Bitcoin. And unfortunately, we're now looking at some very large institutions coming in to do just that.
99% won't make it, but almost 3 years fighting XRP now has clarity. We got R3 says, how important is building a network of networks, and how can we get there while functioning in the highly regulated markets?
Working together to solve an end-to-end. What we begin to see is the emergence of these networks of networks, these openly connected networks, working together to solve an end-to-end business problem without, and this is the important point, without them all having to be deployed on the same network with the same rules on the same technology, because in the regulated sphere, that just isn't feasible. What we begin...
We got XRP airdrops, free NFT to all the users who signed up to the Web3 Ducati site before August 2nd, 11:59 CET, web.3ducati.com. We got Ducati Motor minting their NFTs built on the XRP ledger. XRP Crow, the four pillars of the Internet of Value, all roads lead to the bridge XRP, the Interledger Protocol, RippleNet, RippleX. Danielle Dixon, 50/50, grateful for the Forbes 50 over 50 nod, and proud to champion women in the blockchain alongside an incredible list of founders, innovators, Stellar, XLM. The ISO 20022, he said mandatory instant payments is not coming in 2028. He said 2023, 2024 is the latest.
Relate to the J20 things, right?
Excuse me, the key times, because we're not far away, right? This is not like, at the end of the century. This is pretty soon, right?
Yeah, and I think also this is also I will reflect, I will relate to the J20 things, right? What they announced, because if you look at key timing. Okay, so key timing. I don't know what you have in mind exactly, but I will maybe differentiate two things. The timing that is decided by the market. By the market, I mean regulators, kind of, and the timing for banks, because maybe we don't live in the same space and time, right? But they will have to connect or synchronize for sure. So what we see, there are different initiatives, or there have been initiatives in the world, which are arriving soon, being live soon, like Fenno in the US. We see the instant payment, which already exists in Europe, but will be made mandatory. And we think that the law might be enforced by the end of this year, meaning banks will have 6 months to receive and 6 months to send after that. So it's almost tomorrow, right? We see also NPA in the UK. So we see the market, and SIG5 in Switzerland. So all of this, and we are not talking about something arriving in 2028. It's 2023, 2024 at the latest. So if I may, I would say it's almost tomorrow. Right, it's almost tomorrow, so better be ready. So this is the key timeline from the market. Now, if you consider financial institutions, when you have to comply and be ready for, let's say, 18 months, if we consider European to receive, you better not start in 12 months, right? It will be too late. So, and also because of what we saw with the G20, there are a lot of these things. So it's almost tomorrow. So some banks, and because as a vendor, we talk with a lot of banks also. Some banks are ready, some banks are aware.
You better be ready, or it'll be too late. We don't have 2, 3, 4 more years. It's either 2023, 2024. Load up while you still have some time. We got the BTC halving coming up, 2024. Alex Kopp says, remember when the big Bank of America XRP announcement was supposed to happen right before the SEC lawsuit? Announcement delayed because the U.S. regulatory uncertainty. Now Bitstamp is talking about taking XRP to the next level just weeks after the lawsuit victory. I don't know. I'm just saying, if you remember, Ripple told Alex Kopp to take down the Bank of America announcement for a bigger press release. And we got Bitstamp here, earn more by lending XRP a permanent 2% APY increased. Unlocked. We got availability for the lending product. Depends on a number of considerations, including the entity which you're onboarded or including the jurisdiction where you reside. Among other, lending is not available in the US, UK, Japan, Canada, Singapore. We got Digital Perspective says, no offense, Bitstamp, but 2% is great, but we were looking for a bit more. If you have it, share it. Why would I give you my XRP for 2% when not your keys, not your crypto? Bitstamp goes down. Those bags are all theirs. I would call that a double nothing burger. Wall Street Bull says, let's debunk the myth. XRP doesn't follow Bitcoin. It's carving its own path. BTC may have been the first, but it's XRP that built for the future. With real utility driving its value, XRP is set to revolutionize the financial world. Adoption won't happen overnight, but it's already underway. We're about 10 plus years into this. As more countries embrace XRP for retail and wholesale, we're witnessing a seismic shift in the crypto landscape. 35 plus countries on board with the XRP ledger, the universal bridge, and trillions moving through the network, saving billions. The future is bright, and it's all happening now. We don't got much time. It's powered by the XRP ledger, the crypto revolution. Know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why the SEC and the corrupt Gary Gensler want you out. We got Pharaoh X33. While the impatient investors complain and cry, we kept on buying. The patient and wise investors continue to stack up. Game is so simple. If it's stressing you out, it's all in your head. Change your perspective and relax. Control what you control. Gains will come. The market will move. Not on your time, but on its own time. Play the game and enjoy the ride. And load up while you still have some time. The longer they take, the higher we climb. And with that being said, Bagman and Bag Ladies, attention all Ledger City Duck holders, Rich Duck NFT holders, 589 coin holders, Lady E Ducks coming soon holders, Rich Ducks coin airdrop 8/28/23. Must hold at least one NFT. The more NFTs, the more coins. Links down below for all the information. Where will you be when XRP's true price is finally unlocked and regulations are molasses finally breaks open? The internet of value is finally set free. Later glitches. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up those bags. Don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below, drop an elbow on that like button from the top ropes. Catch you up here, top floor on the mothership for the moon party. BYOB. Bring your own bags, bring your own billions, be your own bank. Peace out, crypto ghosts.
Party going down in my moon cabin. Welcome all my kings and my queens, moon captains. Ripple, ripple dancing, spaceship landed on my moon mansion. The world full of actors, but I'm about that action. Automate my wealth and I spread it like my passion. My bull bags blasting, all my bags fatten. Finally slayed the dragon. Why your rocket lagging? That's a rocket wagon. Okay.